Hello and welcome to Senior Connections, coming to you from the studios of Missoula Community Access Television. My name again is Mike McCracken. It's my pleasure to be a host today. We have in the studio someone who's been here at least 3 times that I'm aware of, Bernie O'Connor from Missoula Aging Services. Welcome back, Bernie. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Mike. Pleasure to be here.
And we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but before we do that, I want to ask you a real quick question. How are things working out at your new facilities there on Stevens?
Oh, fantastic. It's such a pleasure to be in a wonderful working environment, and we just feel like professionals now.
Yeah. I can well imagine. I had the opportunity to do one taping there recently where we did a tour of the facility, and I was very impressed by the user and visitor friendliness of the new facility. Much different from the place when you were down there in the middle of downtown area.
Right.
It's just an open area. I was very impressed by the lounge area where you had all the information displayed. People could come up there and spend some time looking through some information. And you folks are very accessible.
Right, and since you've been up there, we've also added a family caregiver library and also a viewing VCR combo TV for seniors to come in and just view informational videos. So okay. It's really great.
It is, and it's a great step forward for the community here to have that resource. I was just so impressed by the amount of information that's available, and as I said, the visitor friendliness. If you haven't had an opportunity to stop by there yet, I recommend you do. 337 Stevens, I think is the address.
Right off of Orange.
Right off of Orange. It's right there where Stevens sort of turns into Orange, and it's on a bus line. I think it's bus 12 or something like that.
Stops right in front of the
Stops right in front of the facility. It's a great place. Ample parking, and very nice lounge area again to go in and just look for information, and of course a real good staff that can help you out anytime. So
well, thank you.
You're to be congratulated. And I understand it's continuing to grow, and you're continuing to make some improvements, and some of the things you've done, like you're talking about the video and those kinds of things, are additions that you're putting into it. So
right.
It's a great facility. I'm very pleased that you're there. All right, let's talk about what we came to talk about today.
Okay.
The Missoula Farmers Market has been here since, I'm told, since the 1970s. It's an institution in Missoula. It's a wonderful thing. I know my family gets very excited when the farmers market comes around. We get nice fresh vegetables, and the other great thing is we get huckleberries. We make a huckleberry raid because we have to put up preserves and do those kinds of things. So you're here to talk about that, and in particular a connection it has to Missoula Aging Services. And I understand it's called the Farmers Market Coupon Program.
That's right, Mike.
What is that? What's the program?
It's a program that originates out of the United States Department of Agriculture, and it provides coupons to seniors over 60, a low income, to basically purchase fresh produce, fresh vegetables and fruit. There's another program that's mirrored in the Women, Infants, and Children program, WIC, but I'm here primarily to talk about the program that comes out of Missoula Aging.
Now, is this a discount coupon, or is this a coupon like a food stamp program or something like that, where the coupons have value, or are they a discount system?
Very similar to the food stamp program, where you actually purchase produce. The coupons are worth a specific denomination for purchase. Okay. Each coupon's worth about $2. And so it's just a direct transfer of produce for coupon.
Well, outstanding. What's the eligibility requirements? It's coming through your agency to be eligible, but what does a person need to be, or what's their situation is to be eligible?
For seniors 60 and older, we're looking at income of about 85% of the federal poverty rate. And if you look at our application, it'll break down what income limits there are. One of the things I should say, though, is if someone is on Medicaid or on a food stamp program or receiving Section 8 housing or qualifies for the qualified Medicare benefit or special low-income Medicare benefit, you automatically qualify for this program. So it's kind of a rule of thumb. If you're thinking that you might want to be part of this program and you're 60 and older, if you're on those programs, then you qualify for this one.
It automatically puts you in the range.
Exactly.
Because they're probably using the same criteria for determining eligibility for those programs as this one.
Very similar. The income declaration for our program is self-declared, meaning we're not looking at a background check or anything either. So.
Okay. So over 60?
Over 60?
Did you say 80 or 85?
85%.
85% of the poverty level.
Right.
The federal poverty level. And of course all those other programs.
You know, let me correct that. 185%.
Oh, 100.
So it's much higher than
the
poverty
I'm sorry.
level.
Yes, 185%.
Yeah.
So okay, that makes a difference, but that's an important number.
Right.
Okay. Now, obviously, the most obvious benefit is the seniors are getting food they may not have access to otherwise. But What are some of the other benefits of this program?
Oh, you're right. The fresh produce and the vegetables and fruit are ultimately the most important. But economically, it helps the senior stretch their food dollar. It also gets them into a social environment. And you know, if you go down there with your family, how wonderful it is to run into friends. And this is helping low-income seniors to get into that environment and socialize, which is very important, that interaction for seniors. And also, a real important component of this is that local farmers are having dollars put right directly into their pocket. And last year, we put over $10,500 from this program into their pockets.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So they're accepting the coupons and they're turning around and can turn those in almost immediately.
Virtually immediately. We have a person on site at the farmer's market. At the end of the market, they come over with the coupons and we write them a check for the amount of coupons they have.
Well, that's outstanding.
Right.
It's
They don't
none
have
of
to go
this
search
long
us out.
bureaucracy and search you out and file 14 different forms and
Right.
hope that by next year some of the money comes back.
Right.
It's right there on the spot. I can imagine the benefit of getting the seniors out and marketing out and shopping. I'm going to make the assumption that maybe this is not a situation where you can get these coupons for a senior that's in your family and then somebody who's not the senior go and exchange them. It needs to be the senior who qualifies for the program has to be the one out shopping.
Right, but there would be a special exception, and this is a person who would be shopping by proxy.
Okay.
Now, some seniors are just unable to get down to the market or are disabled. If you name a proxy, they can do the shopping for you and use the coupons, and that's no problem.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's outstanding. There's obviously has to be some limitations. There's a lot of things there at the farmer's market. Are we talking just the fruits and vegetables, just the food commodities, or are there some limitations on what they can purchase at the
There are
market?
limitations, and you know, we have a veritable smorgasbord in our farmer's market. Unfortunately, the USDA says that you cannot purchase baked goods or prepared foods, honey, or plants. Basically, that's about it. But we're looking at fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and also herbs. And we're also looking at these to be grown in western Montana. But that may be also a stipulation of the farmer's market that they be grown in this area too. So you're getting the freshest there is through this coupon program.
Well, that's outstanding. And again, we're talking about the fresh fruits and vegetables, the herbs, that there is a limitation about, you said, baked goods,
Right.
breads, cookies.
Honey,
Honey.
Which is unfortunate, but it's considered
I would think that would be
prepared.
that would be a real good one. But
Yeah.
I like honey and whatever. But well, those aren't real serious limitations.
No.
Based on there's a lot more going on at the farmers market. There's wonderful plants and things like that people can get involved in. But the reality is, of course, that because they're using the coupons to produce the other things, they might be able to use some of their discretionary income to get involved with some of the other things at the food market. They could buy the plants or the honey or whatever it is.
Exactly.
With some of the income that they're not having to spend for the fresh fruits and vegetables.
Right.
And that's one of the advantages, is stretching that income out quite a bit.
It sure is, yeah.
Somebody wants to get involved. How do they apply?
Give us a call at Missoula Aging Services at 728-7682. Applications are now available to be filled out. We're hoping to streamline the application process, especially for those who are on food stamps or Medicaid, because we know right now that they're eligible by being on those programs. So it's not a lot to apply for this program, especially if you're on those programs.
Okay, does it take more than a phone call? Do they need to come down and see you? You said you can get information by calling 728-7682, but do they need to come down and visit with you, or can they do the whole thing over the phone?
You know, if they're on these programs, we could probably handle it over the phone. It's a matter of getting a name and a phone number and an address and age.
Yeah. How do they get the coupons? Do they have to pick them up from the site, or can they be mailed out? Or
Oh, we can mail them out to them, yeah, or picked up at our office.
okay, I'm going to talk limitations again. What's the limitations on value, on the amount of coupons that a senior can get at any one time?
Well, this is new for this year because the program was yes and no up till March, and they finally appropriated the money in Congress, and they said, okay, it's a go. However, this year we have received limited funding, so there is a limit of, it's $40 of coupons per household this year, rather than per individual. So if there are two seniors in one household, unfortunately, that household will only receive $40 worth of coupons.
Okay. Any other significant changes to the program this year?
There is one. We surveyed last year's farmers coupon program users, and they said that one of the issues was just getting down to the market. So we've been talking to the Missoula Valley Transportation Management Association, and they, in conjunction with ORI, Opportunity Resources Industries, very likely will be having a van service for seniors. So this is a great jump for us. It'll be a curb-to-curb service. It may not run every Saturday, maybe just a couple of Saturdays a month. Potentially, and this is all on the drawing board right now. It may cost $1 per one way and $2 round trip, but we're trying to work out the details. What we're looking at is getting seniors there fairly early, around 9 o'clock, and giving them an hour to an hour and a half of shopping, and then we'll take them back home. So they're not there in the big crowds, as you know. Towards noon it gets pretty crowded there, so it'll ease their shopping environment.
And a cooler part of the day for them.
Exactly, and you don't have to worry about parking. You
Yes.
don't have to worry about making arrangements with anyone else, just with us, and we'll pick you up at your house.
Yeah, that's outstanding. I think, if my memory serves me right, there's even they make some special bus trips off the regular bus line here in Missoula into the farmers market area.
Right, and we have talked also about Mountain Line potentially designating a parking lot where seniors who do drive can drive to, and then they can be picked up by a bus and brought up to the market.
Certainly. Well, that's a great idea. Are we looking for this program to continue all the way through the summer?
Yes, the market itself will last September into October. Tuesday nights start up in July, and the coupons can be used at either market, Saturday or Tuesday night, all the way through the season.
Okay. Well, this is a great program. It's something I think that is going to benefit a lot of seniors. It's going to add a lot of good, healthy food to their diet they may not get otherwise. You know, we worry about the seniors on the fixed income. Are they getting the best bang for their dollar food buck, and are they getting good nutrition? And there's a lot of food out there that they may be buying that's cheap, but may not be getting the good nutrition. And if we can augment that with a coupon program like this, where they can get good fresh fruits and vegetables cheaper, they can take their discretionary income, spend it on things that are a little more important. Maybe it's prescription drugs, or it's housing, or something like that.
Right.
So
every little bit helps.
Every little bit can help, and it can be an important program. Again, if they want to get involved with you, they need to contact Missoula Aging Services.
728-7682.
Yeah, 728-7682. They don't necessarily need to talk to you.
No. Anybody in senior nutrition, Renee, Sherry, even the front desk can help them.
Front desk can help. Just you make the phone call, you ask the question, I want to talk to somebody about the farmers market coupon program, about eligibility. They'll spend some time on the phone with you. You may have to come down and show some documentation, but also get your ducks in a row. If you're involved in those other programs that Bernie was talking about a few minutes ago, you're probably already automatically eligible for the program, so it's going to be very easy. Again, contact Missoula Aging Services at 728-7682. Bernie, thank you very much for being with us today. Any last comments on the program before we wrap it up?
It's just one of my favorite programs.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm so happy to see seniors out there and enjoying the sun and the social environment and getting really good food.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you of the survey of coupon users from last year. Over 90% said that they were eating healthier because of this program.
Outstanding, outstanding. It's been going for 2 years. This is the second year.
It is.
You talked about maybe some possibility about some problems with federal funding. It's kind of sort of up in the air right now for next year? Or?
Well, actually, they have okayed it at this point. You know how things go in Congress. They have okayed it for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So that we were very pleased to hear that.
Well, outstanding. All right. Again, Farmers Market Coupon Program from Missoula Aging Services. Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you, Mike. My pleasure.
Thank you for watching us again. We're viewing this program. We'll try to be here every month to give you more information about senior issues in Missoula. If you have any questions about anything we've been talking about today or any other time, call Missoula Aging Services at 728-7682, 728-7682, and they can give you all the information. This is Mike McCracken. It's my pleasure to be your host today. Bye now.